Hello, I'm Joey Pasivio, a construction management student at Minnesota State University, Mankato. I will be discussing Green Building Studios in this video. It's a cloud-based software by Autodesk to run energy analysis reports with their Revit software. Like all BIM, one of the main advantages of it is that it helps early in the design and to help make the building more efficient and can help you save on energy costs for the end user of the building down the road. I'm going to discuss a few of these features that Green Building Studio has and give a demonstration on how to use them in a Revit model or with a Revit model. I will then offer some pros and cons of what I found with working with this software, and in the end wrap up with a few closing statements. First of all, some of the features that Green Building Studio offers is obviously its integration with Revit. They're both Autodesk products, so they should and do work together fairly well. One thing you can do with Green Building Studios is run a whole building analysis. Essentially, you take your model out of Revit and then send it in to be analyzed by this cloud-based software, Green Building Studios. From now on, I'm going to call Green Building Studios GBS just for brevity, so it's a little bit shorter. Don't have to always say Green Building Studios. GBS also allows for predictive analysis reporting. What it does is it gives you a few options that you can change early on in the design. Instead of having to readjust your Revit model each time, you can make these changes, which you will see some of the options, more of the options later on what these changes are, and run analysis with them so that you can more quickly nail down what kind of building you want and how you're going to design it. GBS also has detailed weather information from years past and also for current years, which help make this a very accurate energy analysis tool. They offer LEED support or LEED integration to help you gain LEED credits or design for LEED credits when you're designing new buildings. One other thing you can do is they allow you to make very simple massing models in Revit and then run analysis on these models, and mostly just for very early design stages. You can then take those models and base what you're going to do off of them, what you find is going to be most efficient, and it really gives you a good way to get started before you really get going or get too in depth with your actual Revit model. For demonstration purposes, we will be using this model that we have built. When you export, you want to go up to the Revit, go to GXBML, and as you can see on this one, it only picks out the first floor. So you're going to want to cancel that. Then you have to go back through, pick the room option, and then you're going to want to change your height to 12 foot so that it's high enough to include all your room tops. Then you need to go through, click on everything that you want the room. You need to tag all these rooms for GBS to pick it up. You will go through all of your drawing until it's completely done all the way through the basement. Then you can go back, export it again, hit yes, and now it will pick up everything. All the rooms that you have just tagged on there will now be available for export. Go ahead and you want to check under details there and make sure that you don't have any yellow arrows. And you can click next, decide where you want to save it. I'm going to save it on my flash drive so that I can transfer this wherever I need to. Just go ahead and pick out where, save it as whatever you want, and go ahead and save it. Then you're going to want to go to Green Building Studio, click on create a new project, type in a project name. I'm just going to go with hotel here. Once you have that done, you got to select your building type. This is obviously a hotel type building. You have lots of options. The schedule, this is a 24/7 facility, hotel. There are always going to be people there. And now this is a test, so you want to check test on there. I'm not going to add any notes, so hit continue. After that, you need to pick a location. I zoomed in here. I was maybe going to pick Mankato, but I think I'm going to go with Gaylord, Minnesota, my hometown. Once you have a location picked for that, I just put it right in the center of town there. You'll scroll down and click on continue down there. Once you click on continue, you just got to say that you're authorized to use GBS, and then create project. Once you create project, it'll take just a couple seconds to load up for you here. Let's see here. Oh, excuse me. After you create your project, then you actually need to upload your file that you have exported. I'm just going to browse, go under my jump drive again, pull that out. Here we go, Revit. This is the GBXML file. Open that, make sure all those settings are good, upload it. It's going to upload for a little bit here, and then if you have everything done correctly, it should pop up good to go in just a second here. Oh, usually doesn't take too long. There we go. It's gonna might sit in Queen for a little bit and just wait, depending on how your internet connection is and whatnot. Eventually it'll start going, it'll start processing it, and it'll start giving you some, start building the information that it needs, essentially. One thing that I was unaware of is once it runs, it'll actually start running some automatic analysis of the building being rotated. I'm honestly not sure if those are preset or not, or if you can change those. But once it's run, you're going to want to go through, you can select it, and now this is your whole building analysis that has just been run. You can see your energy cost per year, your life cycle cost, annual energy, life cycle energy. Can go down. There's a number of charts and graphs. These are all things that get pretty in depth if you want. They can go pretty far. It's all a matter of just picking out what you need and deciding what you want to do with it. One thing, you go to the water usage. You may want to adjust this. This time it looked like it did a pretty good job of picking out stuff, but you can change the efficiencies. For design alternatives, you want to go now, click on design alternatives. Then you can go down, and what I did is I just picked the one that actually had the least cost for your energy cost. Kind of scrolled through. I picked the building, I believe here I actually picked the building that had the lowest energy costs of the standard alternatives, which I believe is 69,000. But anyways, you can scroll through, check that all out, see what your different costs are, then go ahead and pick one. Then you can still make adjustments. The items in red here show you what are different. I'm gonna enter, well actually first, excuse me, I'm gonna want to go through and go through the process here. And as you can see, there's just kind of a few different things available here, but I'm eventually going to get around to picking that I want to rotate 180 degrees. What I was looking for there a couple seconds ago was what rotation would give me the least energy cost. Go to add alternative, then you'll see it down there. Then you need to run alternative, then it'll pop up, and as you can see, there's a different annual energy cost now between the two of these. I was going to discuss how Green Building Studios can help with developing massing models, but this is one of the things that I found was very glitchy and really did not integrate well with Revit, and therefore was not even able to give you a good demonstration of this. This is by far one of the cons. This is one of the very tough things that I did not feel worked well with this software. You also need to make sure that your files are properly formatted, otherwise you run into issues that Green Building Studio simply will not accept. The biggest pro that I see to this software is that how quickly it can allow you to run different analyses as rotation, things like that that can help change your building for better efficiency. One thing I need to discuss is a possible app for this. If there was an app, it'd probably be something that just made the analysis end a little more user-friendly, perhaps something that a project manager can show to a possible client or customer to help show them what this technology can do for them. I just want to thank you for your time and hope that this was an informational video for you.